No clear direction in markets today, with bulls and bears fighting for control. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for August 27th. It is a split session across global markets. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ end down on tech stocks, investors weigh Iran moves, adding pressure to energy markets. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 is broadly flat at $7,675.70, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow gains 500 points, SpaceX snaps a losing streak, Bitcoin pops, investors business daily. NASDAQ 100 is broadly flat at $29,225, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that tech drags S&P 500, NASDAQ lower as Iran tensions, Nvidia earnings loom, the spokesman review. Dow Jones is trading lower by -0.21%, at $53,464. Investor sentiment is being shaped by tech drags S&P 500, NASDAQ lower as Iran tensions, Nvidia earnings loom, the spokesman review. Starting with the Europe session. DAX is trading higher by +0.69%, at €26,286. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ end down on tech stocks, investors weigh Iran moves, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is broadly flat at £10,878, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 is up +1.12%, trading at 66,262 yen. Currency markets are reacting to dollar general earnings up next as turnaround faces fuel test. Hang Seng is trading higher by +0.53%, at 25,653 Hong Kong dollars. This comes as BHP shares reach record high as copper rally powers miners, discovery alert, adding pressure to energy markets. Kospi is up +1.66%, trading at 6,808.21 Korean wons. Equity markets are responding to reports that tech drags S&P 500, NASDAQ lower as Iran tensions, Nvidia earnings loom, the spokesman review. Nifty 50 is little changed, hovering near 24,208 Indian rupees. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow gains 500 points, SpaceX snaps a losing streak, Bitcoin pops, investors business daily. Sensex is broadly flat at 77,473 Indian rupees, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow gains 500 points, SpaceX snaps a losing streak, Bitcoin pops, investors business daily. ASX 200 ticked up +0.27% to $9,127.80. This comes as BHP shares reach record high as copper rally powers miners, discovery alert, adding pressure to energy markets. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. Tata Steel edged higher +0.92% to 188.01 Indian rupees. This comes as BHP shares reach record high as copper rally powers miners, discovery alert, adding pressure to energy markets. Tata Steel is in a consolidation phase, a pattern that can precede a significant directional break. Watch the 191.77 Indian rupees resistance and 184.25 Indian rupees support as the boundaries of the current range. ICICI Bank edged higher +1.06% to 1,430 Indian rupees. Equity markets are responding to reports that RBI keeps repo rate unchanged, projects India's real GDP growth for current fiscal at 6.9%. Akashvani News on air. Retail loan growth, mortgages, personal loans, credit cards is compounding strongly. The digital banking platform has dramatically reduced customer acquisition cost, giving ICICI a structural margin advantage. Asset quality remains the cleanest among large Indian banks. Any NPA deterioration would be the key risk signal. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ end down on tech stocks, investors weigh Iran moves, adding pressure to energy markets. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by tech drags S&P 500, NASDAQ lower as Iran tensions, Nvidia earnings loom, the spokesman review. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. Siemens climbed plus 2.67% to €288.10. Equity markets are responding to reports that going into earnings, is Siemens stock a buy, a sell, or fairly valued? Morningstar. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Siemens sits around €305.39. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. Saudi Aramco is down minus 1.81%, trading at SAR 26.10. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Saudi Aramco has two oil market roles that may conflict, barons. OPEC plus quota decisions are the primary stock driver. Any output increase would compress free cash flow and pressure the dividend. The extraordinary low production cost is the competitive moat. Downstream expansion into chemicals and refining is the diversification story. Samsung is up plus 1.75%, trading at 261,500 Korean wons. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Samsung. Broadcom reached $200 billion RE memory chip deal, manufacturing dive. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Let us give you our near-term view on the Kospi. The near-term technical picture for Kospi looks constructive. Watch the 7,080.54 Korean wons level as the first meaningful resistance zone. A close above there on decent volume would be an encouraging sign for bulls. As always, this is analytical commentary, not financial advice. To summarize, 9 indices in the green, 4 in the red today. Risk-on conditions dominate the global equity landscape. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Every morning, before markets open, we break down exactly what is moving and why. If you want that edge every day, subscribe and hit the bell icon. If today's analysis was useful, a like is the best way to support the channel. We genuinely appreciate every single one. We read every comment. Drop your view below. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.